Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmonies rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, hello, and welcome back to more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Last time around, we learned that Kokichi and Kaito may both be alive. Possibly. Maybe. I have no idea anymore, guys. I'm just following the story at this point. It's just like, you know what? I'll just do the thing. And it's like, yeah, it's cool enough.
But why would it stop?
This is the only random reason I can think of. Okay, yeah, we're going right into here. So, one reason why. Bam! 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 Yeah! Do it! Do it! No! Alright, there you go. There you go. There you go. Not exactly what I wanted. Oh boy. Oh no. Bam! Bam! There you go. Okay. I hear weird. I feel like buzzing in my ear. Oh, that's my computer blowing out. Sorry, guys. The fan is running a little bit hot, so you're gonna hear some. Apologize for that. Shouldn't last for too long, though. Hopefully it'll disappear. The exile? What's this? Yeah, that thing. Isn't it this thing? Are you serious? Really? Okay, this thing. Computer, calm yourself. Why are you running so hard?
Stop the hydraulic press is the force stop button. An electro bomb went off in the hangar, which would have interfered with the safety function.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be no way to stop the hydraulic press unless someone used the force stop button.
Mm-hmm.
When you say someone, you mean Kokichi, right? He was the only one there.
Actually, maybe I pressed it by accident. I don't really remember.
He's not gonna give us a clear answer.
The press only stopped for like a sec. You can't switch the victim in such a short time, can you?
That's true.
There's also the question of how the bodies got switched while the camera was rolling. That would have clearly been caught on camera.
Yes. It paused.
See, it wasn't just.
Huh? Huh? What do you mean?
Sorry, I forgot his
You
voice
stopped
acting.
Something else at the same time you stopped the hydraulic press.
That's how the bodies were switched. If you stop that, you could have easily swapped the bodies. Oh, good. Another one of these, because I love these. It's like mental Tetris. Yay! I just want this part of the game to be over. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Yeah, the camera. Sorry, it's this thing. There you go. We took out the camera. Are you happy now?
I see it. The culprit stopped the video camera at the same time as the hydraulic press.
Move the
Then,
mic.
While the camera was off, they switched the body under the hydraulic press.
Okay.
After the body was swapped, the press and the camera were started simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
So it just looks like the press stopped for a moment.
been saying this whole time.
When did you ever say that?
Agreed.
So they stopped at the same time. The camera position did seem odd to me. But now I get it. The trick wouldn't work unless it was set up there.
Huh? Why?
To get the trick we just described to work, the camera had to be set up precisely.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. Here?
Damn it!
Here.
There!
I was like, that's where the button is. So you can hit both at the same
Must
time.
have been set up somewhere around here. To operate the press and the camera at the same time, you would have to be near the switch.
That's why the video was taken from that unnatural angle.
Mm-hmm.
If they were recording it like normal, they would have used a better angle.
Yeah.
And if it was recorded at such an odd angle, then that proves the trick was used.
Yeah, Maki.
Camera angles, huh? Looks like your cosplayer experience is finally useful.
Well, cosplay doesn't really come up all that much in class trials.
There was a reason the camera was set up there, but also a reason for the height. When the press was stopped, you couldn't really see who was inside it, correct?
Yeah.
That was intentional. The body is mostly hidden by the press, making the swap easier.
Mm-hmm.
The camera must have been placed at such a high position so it would produce that angle.
Yes.
I wonder if they used that tripod in the hangar to adjust the camera's height.
Mm-hmm.
Did they get that from the warehouse too? Jeez, that place is like a 4D pocket.
You don't get to make that reference.
Then, that logic is correct, right?
Yeah.
Kokichi used that video angle trick and switched the victim in the hydraulic press. In that case, Kaito is...
Or he was crushed by the press. He was swapped with a different body. So Kaito's still alive!
Well, wait just a minute.
What? But I just summed it up so nicely.
You did, sweetheart. Oh, my clock. Give it a second, guys. It's my grandfather's clock, and so it does that every hour. I love my grandfather, and it's one of the few things I have of him. So, yeah. It doesn't do that during the night, though. It only does that when my room's lit enough. If I turn off the lights, it won't do that.
Himiko, the different body you mentioned, what are you talking about?
The bodies from the other cases. Kokichi's the mastermind, so he... Wait, the mastermind?
Yeah, Kokichi isn't the mastermind, so... I don't think he'd be able to produce a body to switch out.
What?
Well, Monokuma, do the rules allow for a body to be reused?
I mean, they have before. Like, in the first game, a body was reused.
Very well, I'll answer that.
You're giving in pretty easily.
Well, it's crucial information to make the trial fair.
Okay.
This discussion is pointless if it's not clear what the culprit was allowed to do, right?
Yes.
You're a convenient mastermind, but I guess that makes defeating you worth my time.
Now then, regarding the reuse of a dead body. That is impossible! All the dead bodies have already been thrown away.
Thrown away?
The other bodies are... gone? Then who did Kaito switch places with?
Paint! Third party? No. Okay. The other person in the hangar. If it wasn't an old body, it could only be...
What's wrong, Shuichi? Who did Kaito switch places with?
Maki, I think I missed something very important here.
Something important?
Timeline, right? There were only 2 people in the hangar at the time. Which means that something had to be decided before. I have to pin that down. I can't let anything escape me this time. Oh god. I hate Hangman's Gambit. How were the bodies swapped if only 2 people were in the hangar? C? No. T? No. V? There you go. Vic. Oh, Vic. Tom. Oh boy. I can't have anything left. Vic. Where's the O? Oh, victim. Yeah, right. I remember from last time. Victim. Crushed? No. Hell. Victim helped? No. 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 Oh gosh. He'd. No. Dang, I don't know. Victim. Heated? I thought the what? Helped? Victim helped. ED. I thought I put the L.
There were only 2 people in the hangar at the time the bodies were swapped.
Yes.
Which means they were working together.
Huh? Working together?
Yes.
The only 2 people involved in the swap were the victim and the culprit.
Yes.
The culprit was operating the camera and the hydraulic press, while the victim lay inside. If they switched places while the press and the camera were stopped, then the person who turned the camera and the press back on was the original victim. To put it simply, both people operated the press and camera at different times. An impossible trick, unless the victim and culprit agreed to cooperate beforehand.
Victim and culprit cooperated? Is that even possible?
It sounds bizarre, but perhaps that was the whole point. Commit a crime that was so confusing, even Monokuma would be tricked.
Jeez, this culprit's a real jerk. So, have you realized who done it yet?
I was right. Well, initially. Culprit of the case. Can only be them. Why? Why Mio, Kibo, Tenko, Kokichi? He wanted to outwit Monokuma. He wanted to win. It didn't matter what it took. He was going to win. That would be his revenge. God. Nah, Kaito!
The apparent victim we saw in the video was Kaito, which means
It was Kokichi.
Kokichi was operating the hydraulic press and camera at first. If the two of them switched while the press was stopped, then the culprit who started the hydraulic press again and crushed Kokichi must be Kaito. So, the person inside that exosome isn't Kokichi. It has to be Kaito.
What did you say?
So the culprit for this case is Kaito Momota. That is what the ultimate detective has deduced, right?
Man, this sucks! I love both Kaito and Kokichi. They were great. I'm so upset right now because it's like, you know, they made you fall in love with Kaede at the very beginning, and then, you know, they take her out, and then they spend the whole game rubbing shoulders with Kaito and really making you hate Kokichi. But Kokichi wanted to win. He wanted to beat Monokuma, and this was the best way. If he was the culprit, then he would win.
Kaito is the culprit? What? You're joking, right? You can't be serious.
I mean, they can't.
I don't want to believe it either, but it's the only way any of this makes sense.
Open up the dang
This
exile!
led me to the conclusion that Kaito is the culprit.
Is that true? Is Kaito really in there?
Hey, answer us! If you really are Kaito, then...
I'm the culprit.
Oh, she won't let him.
There's just no way that Kaito can still be alive. Because I'm the culprit.
Wait,
She won't let him die.
but didn't you say...
I saw it with my own eyes. Kokichi drank the antidote that he stole from Kaito. There's no doubt Kaito died. And he died because of my poison arrow.
She won't let him die.
But you told us you didn't want to kill Kaito.
Yes, I never wanted to. I wanted to believe that I didn't kill him. But the truth speaks differently. In the end, I was just running away from the facts.
I don't understand.
She's covering. She is.
There was only one antidote, so it's more likely he died from my poison arrow. This is the truth.
It's not decided yet. I could have still killed him with the hydraulic press. Either way, those are the two options. Monokuma knows the answer, right?
Huh? Are those the only options?
I guess that's how things turned out.
No, that can't be. The person in that exosol is...
It's not Kaito! I saw Kokichi drink the antidote! There's no
Open up. Monokuma, come on.
I killed Kaito.
No, you didn't, Monkey.
There is absolutely no doubt. That's the truth.
No, it's not, girl. Come on, Kaito. If you're a man that said he would protect her, do it. Protect her. Don't you dare let her take the fall for this if you're really Kaito. Kokichi, I don't think he'd care, but Kaito, don't you dare put this on that girl. If you care about your friends, don't you dare.
But Maki, you don't know for certain that Kokichi drank the antidote.
What?
You saw him drink it right in front of you, but you couldn't confirm he actually did it. So maybe there's another possibility.
What are you talking about?
You just flabbergasted this girl.
Impossible. That's impossible. There is no other possibility. I killed Kaito.
Man, that's terrifying. Maki.
I killed Kaito.
No, you
You're the
didn't.
one who's wrong.
Okay.
He died from my poison
I'm
arrow.
hitting them all.
There's no other possibility. What do you know? I killed Kaito.
Ha!
You're the one who's wrong. He died from my poison arrow. There's no other possibility. What do you know? It doesn't matter what you say.
Yes, it does, girly.
This is the truth. But you keep getting in the way. You're so goddamn annoying. It doesn't matter what you say.
Mashing all the buttons.
I'm telling you, this is the truth. But you keep getting in the way. You're so goddamn annoying.
Come on, girl. What you got?
I was at the scene. So I know I'm
Evie,
not
can you
wrong.
confirm that Kokichi didn't do anything?
Sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. But I won't run away from the truth anymore. Because I know what
Oh my gosh!
I was at
Stop
the
going so
scene.
fast!
So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now.
Girl, we get you. You got a big crush on him. You like him. We
But I
are
won't run
okay
away
with
from the
this.
truth anymore. Because I know what I saw. I was at
Yeah,
the
well,
scene.
I don't believe you.
No, I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to
She's
believe
one
I
of the
didn't kill him.
best characters in this game. Final blow.
I saw Kokichi drink the antidote. I
shit.
was at the scene.
Sorry. Sometimes they have the four words in a
No, I'm
very
not
weird way.
wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now.
Let me try one more time. Let's see.
I saw Kokichi drink the antidote.
Pretended to drink the antidote.
It ends here. Kokichi just pretended to drink the antidote. He didn't actually drink it.
He pretended to drink it?
Drinking the
Yep.
antidote was part of his lie. Maki could only see so much through the window. She didn't confirm Kokichi drank it. I believe that Kokichi knew this and just pretended to drink the antidote. After Maki left, he gave the antidote to Kaito. There's a strong possibility that all of this was done to make Kaito cooperate.
Make him cooperate?
He would protect Maki because Maki shot Kokichi. So he would kill Kokichi to protect Maki. Oh my god. And then Kokichi would have the perfect murder because everyone would think that he did it, but it was actually Kaito protecting Maki.
The swapping trick required the victim and culprit to work together.
But the only reason they'd work together is if Kaito was protecting her.
Kaito's cooperation was essential to Kokichi's plan. However, I don't think Kokichi would be able to sway Kaito easily. He needed leverage. He gave Kaito the antidote in exchange for his cooperation.
In exchange for his own life, you mean?
That sucks. I
Kaito
like
had no
Kokichi.
choice. He had to cooperate after Kokichi saved his life.
You can take out Sugumi.
That's just Kaito's character. and Kokichi.
I'm sorry,
knew
she's
that.
not my favorite character. I like Himiko. Kibo's okay. Honestly, I could switch out Kibo and Sugimi for Kaito and Kokichi, and I'd be fine.
But didn't Kokichi make this plan? What good is it for him if he's dead?
He wins the beats the
Imagine
mastermind.
This was all part of Kokichi's plan to confuse us. You wouldn't think that someone would plan their own murder.
He went so far as to give up his life just to create this mystery?
Mm-hmm.
Only Kokichi could think of something so nefarious. Who else would agree to die just to execute their plan?
Why would he go that far?
To beat Monokuma.
Bet Kokichi was determined to beat me at my own game, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But too bad. Shuichi figured out the truth.
Truth? Are you sure it's not delusion?
Delusion?
A delusion completely off the mark. To make you think that I died.
Well, open up. Prove that you're still alive.
But who cares what you guys think? This is between me and Monokuma. I don't give a crap if the extras in this game get it right or not.
Extras?
I'm fine with being an extra.
Huh? Why?
Yeah, why?
If we're just extras, then even if we get it wrong, we won't get killed.
No, I'd still kill you all. Don't put Kokichi's words.
But why? You are being so friendly with us.
If Monokuma gets it right, then he takes everyone's lives, yeah? But if Monokuma gets it wrong, then he'd have no right to take everyone's lives. If Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, then this killing game can't function anymore.
That's true. It can't, if he doesn't know who lives and who dies, it doesn't matter who we vote on.
Kaito, I believe in you.
If you're cooperating with his plan, you must have a reason. Turn that reason, I need to reveal the
I
truth.
still think Kaito is the culprit. Thinking of it that way makes all the pieces fit. I will show you the truth. The truth you can't deny.
Closing argument. Oh, we're already here. Alright. Throw bomb. Okay. The exile. Shutter. The antidote. Okay. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, the exile. Okay, now we're just left with Trail of Blood. Um... Louise, man. He went far for his plan. Okay, see evidence of the culprit leaving the bathroom. The culprit did. Man, this sucks. Peachy's right. In his right arm. Okay. Kokichi's clothes were flushed down the toilet. And then 3 arrows were culprit's left arm. Dude, there's a lot of luck that went into this. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the truth of the case.
Here we go.
Let's go over the trick that Kokichi and the culprit created together. Last night, Kibo saw Himiko from the window of his lab. She was carrying a black case and heading to the Exisal hangar. When she reached the hangar, she handed the case to someone through the bathroom window. That someone is the culprit of this case. Locked in the bathroom, the culprit had asked Himiko to bring them a certain weapon. A disassembled crossbow from Maki's lab. The culprit was going to use the crossbow to challenge Kokichi to a fight. Some time passed, and Maki made her way to the hangar.
She was gonna
She
save
was
him.
going to the hangar to kill Kokichi and save the culprit trapped in the bathroom. However, the hangar had an electric barrier preventing her from entering. Fortunately for her, she had an electro hammer to get around the barrier, in a way. She used her electro hammer to disable an exisal and climbed inside. She knew exisals could bypass the barrier, so she got inside one. Around that time, the culprit and Kokichi began their confrontation. While Kokichi was checking up on them, the culprit ambushed him with a crossbow. But the culprit didn't intend to kill Kokichi. They just wanted to disable him. That's why the culprit aimed for Kokichi's right arm.
Impressive he hit
If
it.
they really wanted to kill him, they would have shot him in his vitals. Kokichi reeled from the arrow, and the culprit jumped on him immediately. He didn't want Kokichi to have the chance to summon an exisal with a remote. While they were fighting, something happened that caught them both off guard. The shutter of the hangar opened, and an exisal stepped inside. Kokichi was definitely not expecting an exisal to interrupt them. He pulled out his remote in an attempt to control the exisal. But Maki leaped out of the cockpit and shot Kokichi with her crossbow.
And she won't miss.
The arrow hit Kokichi right in the back, and it was no normal arrow. The tip was covered in a lethal poison from my lab called Strychnine poison.
Sorry.
The poison kills slowly. It seems as if Maki wanted Kokichi to confess before he died. But even with poison in his veins, Kokichi continued to spin his lies. When she had had enough, Maki tried to finish him off with another poisoned arrow. But this time, Maki was the one caught by surprise.
Yep.
To keep Maki from becoming the Blackened, the culprit used their body to shield Kokichi. The culprit's left arm was struck by a poison arrow. Maki remembered that there was an antidote in my lab and immediately ran off to get it. The strychnine poison slowly circulated through their systems and would soon kill them both. But in that desperate situation, Kokichi thought up a clever lie. He incorporated this unforeseen event into his plan to help him win the killing game. Or should I say, help him defeat Monokuma. That was Kokichi's true objective. It's why he claimed to be the mastermind. Thinking fast, Kokichi closed the shutter so that Maki could not re-enter the hangar. Thus, Kokichi's final lie was set into motion. When Maki returned with the antidote, she couldn't get back inside the hangar. So she went around to the hangar bathroom and passed the antidote through the window. But after the culprit was given the antidote, Kokichi immediately snatched it. Kokichi drank down all of the antidote while the culprit and Maki watched in horror. Maki must have been panicking, thinking the only antidote was now gone. She believed that the culprit was going to die from her own poisoned arrow. But it was all another one of Kokichi's lies. He had only pretended to drink the antidote. Maki tried desperately to break into the hangar, even slashing the control panel. But she couldn't get the shutter to open again. Defeated, she had no choice but to leave.
Yep.
After Maki had left, Kokichi took out another weapon. An electrobomb, capable of disabling communication devices for hours. Kokichi's plan was to use an electrobomb to knock out Monokuma's surveillance cameras.
And it worked?
That was why he commissioned Mew to make the bombs in the first place.
He really tried to think ahead.
After detonating an electrobomb, Kokichi coerced the culprit into drinking the antidote. In exchange for the antidote, Kokichi asked the culprit to cooperate with his plan. Kokichi needed to work with the culprit to execute his final lie. Under normal circumstances, the culprit would never have agreed to such a plan. But because the culprit owed him for saving their life, they agreed to Kokichi's request. Request is a generous term. It was more like blackmail.
Yep.
In any case, the two were now working together as accomplices in an insane plan.
Otherwise, Maki would be the murderer.
There was a lot to prepare and not a lot of time. They had to work fast. If Kokichi died from the strychnine poison, the whole plan would be ruined. After fabricating the scene in the bathroom, the culprit dragged Kokichi to the hydraulic press. this is how the swipe pattern bloodstain from the bathroom to the press was created. Kokichi, with the support of the culprit, stood in front of the press's control panel. The two of them were finally ready to execute the insane lie. While Kokichi was setting up the video camera near the hydraulic press's control panel, the culprit laid face up inside the press, draping their coat over their shoulders. Then, Kokichi activated the press and the camera's record button at the
He's
same
probably really
time.
weak at that time.
The hydraulic press came down slowly, all caught on tape for us to see. Normally, the safety
I'm not
function
ending
would
this
have
until he's done
triggered,
with the story.
but the electrobomb had disabled it.
You know.
The press got lower and lower, and just as the culprit disappeared from view, Kokichi pressed the force stop button and the camera's pause button simultaneously. The two then switched places and also switched roles. The culprit and the victim. The would-be victim became our culprit and started up the press and camera. Kokichi had saved the culprit's life because his trick required their cooperation. He wanted to win the killing game, even if it meant dying himself. And so,
It's probably not
Kokichi
how
was
he
crushed
initially
by the
planned,
press,
but
and
he's
the
not
whole
an
thing
idiot.
was caught on video. The culprit's left sleeve was dangling from the press, making us think he was the victim. Now alone, the culprit collected the video camera and tore the hydraulic press's power cord so that it could never be raised again. This would make it impossible for us to determine the identity of the crushed body. But there was another reason the victim was killed in this way. It obfuscated the cause of death, making the case that much more difficult to solve. This was all part of Kokichi's plan to create a murder not even Monokuma could figure out. With the press disabled, the culprit returned to the bathroom to flush Kokichi's clothes.
Flushing
Finally,
clothes is kind of hard.
He climbed inside of an exisal to hide and waited with bated breath. And here they are now in this trial, pretending to be Kokichi. They're trying to deceive Monokuma in order to defeat the true mastermind. And that's it. That's Kokichi's unidentified culprit trick. The culprit is in that exisal. It's you, isn't it? Kaito Momota, the ultimate,
astronaut. Luminary of the stars.
I'm right, aren't I? That's you in there, isn't it, Kaito?
Isn't it, Kaito? That is where we're going to have to call it quits for this episode. I ran a little bit over my timer, but you know what? That's fine. I needed to finish that segment. So thank you so much for joining me. Like, subscribe, and share. It all really helps. And next time on Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, we're going to see if it's Kaito or not, which most likely is. So, see you then.